What's up there, fellow YouTubers? This is Chris from the Anomalies channel. I've got the latest saw, which is 533. And again, somehow I don't... Somebody must be listening to this, to our videos here, because, again, they're throwing us a bone here and there. The best way I can explain it is this. Let's say you're trying to pass off some real sensitive information to somebody else, and you guys just happen to be in public, and you're standing in a room or a large building with a bunch of people standing around. You got your hand like over your mouth, and you're going, "Okay, go over there and check that out for me." It's like leaving you like this little breadcrumb, going, "Go over there and check that out." But really, and he emphasizes really, check it out, because this is just another one of these things. Again, it's another car that looks like it's buried 3/4 up to the windows, at least halfway up the car, up to the windows. But maybe it gets a little deeper than that. So I'm thankful if, I'm thankful if they keep this, keep this going, because here's the thing. But this is what I'd love to see. I would love to see some actual, we've seen plenty of cars and stuff like that. We don't know if this is Mars. There's a 50-50 chance it's up in the air. And if people have already voiced that. Me, personally, I think these mountains, they're fake in hell. I mean, hell, you don't have to even try to figure that out. I mean, you could just blatantly see they're just lying about it. But I'd love to be able to see, like, buildings. Something that would describe or show that it's not of Earth. And, like, some clarity. I mean, I don't expect them to show, like, a picture perfect, like, like a New York City kind of thing, like crystal clear. But, I mean, love to be able to see something that looks like more catastrophic, something else happened. Or it's just a full city still sitting there. Because this way it would be, like, it would kind of erase, I'd say, at least 90% of the doubt. So, yeah, I mean, I would love to see that. But let me show you what I've got here. And this is where you can find it. And again, like I said, this is Solid 533. This is the newest one. And this is what I mean by it's just like blatantly sitting right there. Now, if I didn't even have to zoom into this or anything, and I saw it sitting right there in the hillside, right here. It's just right there. It's just sitting plain as day. I'm going, okay. But now I'm just going to zoom into this one. I'm going to go ahead and hit my control and my plus here. Now look how fake this looks. It looks like somebody took like this, fake animal fur jacket, snow leopard jacket, and threw it over the top of it. It looks like a vehicle sitting right here. And it looks like some dirt on the back of it, but anyway, it looks like something right there. And look at the way this is draped over it. Now, some of the people have said, hey, this looks like something you would see in a town that had snow all over everything. Okay, and that's, I mean, heck, that's a possibility, I mean, really. But the only reason why I don't believe that is right here is that because look at the way this thing has, right here, it has this weird draped over it, and then comes over, and then it looks like it has what looks like a bunch of rocks on it. Now, I guess it's possible to have rocks on it, but I don't think the snow would stay there that long in order for a rock to be on it. So that's why you can just see it just blatantly just right there. So I'm thinking these guys are throwing us a bone here. And I'm going to show you something that just, yeah. It looks like a car this aspect, but then it looks like a bigger one in another aspect. So the way you look at it. There's also something here, and I don't remember what the heck this is. It's right in this picture here. It's actually like a ghosted out thing kind of going on right back here. It's probably just all of the contrast. But there's something rectangular sitting here, and you'll see like a straight line coming down. There's also what looks like this weird archway thing right here. And it looks like it has these like windows shaped like this here. And I'll show you that. The only way you can see that is to invert it. But you're going to see what this looks like turns into something a lot bigger. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's like instead of that being the car, there's something else that looks like a car here. Like it's actually bigger. So yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, let me see something here. Okay, I thought there was somebody on his phone or something. But anyway, so anyway, like I said, this, are they really throwing us a bone here? Is it really, I mean, they're just letting these things slip out, because I noticed that suddenly there's like a bunch of cars in these pictures. Okay, show us something different. If you guys are truly working with us here and just kind of slipping everything out, show us like a city or something like that. I mean, you can see pretty darn good. And I don't mean like it doesn't have to be crystal clear again, but something. I'm just looking at this picture and I can just see that right there. I don't even have to enhance it. It's sitting right there in the hillside. But pay attention to this too. This right here. Look at this weird box-looking thing that's almost like not there, almost invisible, or ghosted, as I like to use the term, right here. Now, you can see like right here between this rock, but there's actually, it looks like a space between the rock, but you can actually see something going up like right here. It's like just lines. And this appears to almost disappear. And this is where it takes on a whole new form. So, okay, let me hop out of that, get right to my picture. Okay, here we go. Now, it's going to be a little bit more, you know, degraded, and that's kind of common, because like I said, I'm putting it into, it actually gets a little bit lighter and slightly grainier, which in some aspects is good, because like I said, you can pull out manipulations easier. Like I said, this rectangular thing here in the back goes up like this, perfectly straight across, goes like this, and then it has this piece coming down. And then that other arch thing way back here actually goes across, has this window type shape looking to it, right, like this. There's a middle piece, and then it goes like this and goes down. I don't know what these things are, but I don't believe this here is the real deal, meaning actual surface of Mars. I think that's been added to hide what the rest of this is, because they can just go over these. I mean, heck, I've showed like the Mount Sharp, not what you think it is. You can clearly see where the objects go below the actual ground. You can actually see the outline of the object going lower than the ground that they've drawn in. Like I used like a fudged in area, so to speak. So it wouldn't surprise me in the least bit if they did the same exact thing here. Like the actual object is sitting there, 1, 2, and how many others, and then they just put like this line of garbage in here just to fake it out. So that wouldn't surprise me in the least bit. But watch this when I do this here. This was actually pretty wild. Let me do this. Well, let's start here. It'll be better. Okay. Now I'm just going to immediately invert this. I'm going to tell you why, because you can see that you don't have to doctrine up this, and I've already showed you that the way they drape this over the here and make it look like this here. Okay. Now you can see the car. It looks like, heck, if you guys are into cars, you'll know what the old, the 1976 up to like the 80, I think it was, like the Mercury Zephyr and the Ford Fairmont. It looked like this would be the passenger side window and the back window, and then you got the rear window. So it kind of looked like that at first to me, until you change this around. Watch this. Now suddenly you look at that thing and you try to see it. You can see it a little bit, but then something else takes a whole different kind of shape to it. Now it looks like this is the front windshield right here, and that's the roof. And then this is like, here's the pillars that go from the actual roof to the, the body of the car, and here's your bottom of your windshield right here. And then this one here looks like it's wrecked on this side, unless it's just the way it's shaped. In other words, it goes like this, and then comes up. See, like this one kind of does the same? Okay. And then if you look here on the side, you can actually see it goes over, in between all of this crap, or that wannabe look like a carpet kind of thing. And it looks like it kind of goes down and in the back here. And then this, here's the bottom of your windshield, and here's the nose of the car. And it looks like the roof is torn off. I mean, the hood's torn off, and you can see like the engine parts. And the reason why I say this, because pay attention to this piece right here, and what's in here. Now, this may be the air cleaner, or air filter cover. I don't know. It kind of looks like that. I'm not saying it is. Now, you can see this right here, and it looks like the fender might be going off this thing, and the hood. But, now watch this. When I blur it, watch what this does here. Suddenly it smooths it out. You can see like a line coming down. Goes like this, comes down over to here, and you can actually see right here, it's like it goes across, comes down, and look at this nice rectangular now, this shape, you can see it right there. And it's like a frame going across the front. Now, is it possible that this car is still separate by itself, and that this is something laying next to it? That's a possibility. I don't know. And you can see how they just put in this little gray area. You can actually see where it's been really manipulated. I mean, it's just horrible. And let me show you guys this too. If you can see this on the left-hand side of this picture, there's that arch thing. And it's got that weird opening, like a triangle kind of opening window kind of thing. And there's another one on the other side. And if I can do this here, let me lighten this back up a little bit. Here's that, like I said, that rectangular shape. And there's that piece going down. But I don't know if this actually keeps going. Let me get rid of this white part, because it actually throws the picture off. But right here, it looks like it continues on. And might be lighter gray kind of scaling kind of thing going on in this little areas right here. 1, 2, and then 3. I don't know if you can see that, but I mean, there's just, oh my god. But it just makes you, it's almost like this thing changed from a simple smaller car, what looks like a smaller car, to something that looks like it could be a lot larger. And that may have been the purpose to why they did this. Like I said, if there is somebody, like I said, I don't think that if there is somebody on the inside just letting stuff out, good for you. Seriously, good for you. I I don't believe they're catering directly to me, of course, but I mean, if they're just saying, hey, anybody who's willing to look at this stuff will see this as clear as day. Now, like I said, it's just like windshield comes in, this would come down, go across the window. There's the other one. There's the back side of it. This could be the seat kind of thing. But see how that rock disappeared? Watch this. See how like it looked like a rock? And then the lines right here, and then you can still see that square right there. Look at it. There's the top of, I'm going to call it a radiator, if this is truly a car or just a machine part, but it looks that way to me. Comes down, has that line, goes across. I mean, you can see it going right across, nice, and where the hood would be, it's just completely right there. There's the lines to it. In fact, I'm going to zoom right into this. You can see the lines as plain as day, and it actually runs over to here. See that? Goes across, nice square opening, something round under here. I mean, I don't know, guys. I mean, but was this the intention to begin with to make it look like, well, this is just a small car, but just come take a look at this and really analyze it. Well, when you invert this, suddenly that rock looks like just nothing more than a space there. This could be the front seat. I'm not saying it is, guys, but, you know, just bear with me on this. Like, this would be the other pillar between the two doors. I don't know. I'm just saying it just looks that way. Now, let's just say a hypothetical. You know, this is not a car at all right here. But you have to admit, that looks like one. I mean, that truly does look like one buried in the sand. Now, like again, this is something obviously there. Now, whether this is part of that, I don't know. It looks like it is. But I just thought I'd bring that to you guys and just let you just take a peek at this thing. And, you know, again, this is the latest picture out, and there you go. So, like I said, if, and it's like a small plea to whoever this is, if, hey, man, throw us some buildings. You know, throw some structures or something like that in these mountains and make them a little bit clearer than just so obscure that you can't make it out, or even if you do try to manipulate it. I mean, this way we can tell, and I know a lot of people would be behind me on this, if this is truly Mars, because, I mean, like I said, this could be a 50-50 thing. Again, I don't believe they'd go, here, this is Mars, take a car from Earth, stuff it in this hillside, and then try to cover it. Now, that would make you wonder two things. One, if they are doing it, what's their motive? Is it monetary? Or are they trying to work it up to the point where people are going to get so acclimated to that thought that when they do finally say, hey, by the way, we've discovered a lot more on Mars than we thought we would, this is what these people wouldn't be in total shock. So I don't know. There could be many different reasons for these pictures the way they are. Guys, throw in a comment. Tell me what you guys think. I mean, it's just plain and simple as that. And just let me know what you guys think. Because I'd be curious, because, I mean, there's so many weird things. What would be the reasoning for this? You know, if it's Earth, why, you know, and if you're trying to hide these things, because you can see a lot of manipulations, why take a picture of something in the, you know, where there's cars and buildings and so on and so forth? Why not just take an area where there's nothing there and you don't have to manipulate a thing? And if it is Mars, and it's 100% Mars, then if you are slipping this stuff out, then, hey, slip us some structures or something that we know it's not Earth. So this way we know for a fact that this is, you know, I mean, and you can't make it so cartoonish. I mean, think about it. There's so many things that are cartoonish in these pictures, guys, that you wouldn't believe it if they did show it to you. I mean, it's just cartooned in. Like a lot of the Mount Sharp pictures, they're absolute garbage. So, you know, we'll just have to see what happens. But anyway, guys, just a short one here. I don't want to make it too long. This is just the latest solve. Like I said, 533. And we're all over this stuff. I mean, we're going to stay on it, go maybe bounce back to a couple older ones, get back on this. By the way, this is my 100th video. I mean, I'm really happy about that. I wanted to do something different, but I didn't think of it until now. But this is my 100th video, you know, and, you know, I thank you guys for being here with me, because this is what it's all about. It's you guys that drives this channel. I mean, I've got the drive because I want to show it to you, but as far as, like, people, you know, it's just gaining more and more subscribers, that's telling me that you guys want to see this stuff. You know, whether you agree with what I show in the pictures is immaterial. The point is, you can clearly see these things do not belong on a planet that's supposed to be dead and desolate. It just doesn't make any sense. It's supposed to be a cold, barren planet, but yet we're seeing these weird shapes. Now, whether they are vehicles, structures, call them what you will, if this is true, if Mars is nothing but this cold, barren planet, what the hell's it doing there? So there's a lot of questions to ask yourself. I mean, it's not about, you know, whether you believe what I say. It's about, why is it there? You know, and there's a lot of questions that boggle the mind, and I think that's, you know, where we have to start. That's where we have to, that's why I'm doing this channel, to try to find the truth, just to see what the hell's going on here. I'd love to be able to just have them just say one day, go, hey guys, you know, we did find something here. We got something astounding to show you guys. This is what we found. We thought it was just, and we just got to this certain part of Mars, and boom, there it was. just want to let you guys know. Of course, that would be crap. We all know that because they knew that from the MRO, the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter. We know darn well, and plus all these flybys in the past, they knew it's on this planet. Come on. And they're just down there just picking through it, so to speak. So, anyway, guys, again, those are just my thoughts. Again, you guys don't have to agree with what I say, but I'm just little thoughts, a little rambling. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching as usual. You guys are awesome. Just stay tuned. We're going to have more coming up. And like I said, this is my 100th video, and I'm like really happy about that. It tells me a lot. You know, it just tells me that you guys are on board with me, and we can share the stuff and just go for the truth. Anyway, guys, again, appreciate you watching. I'll see you next pick.